If you ladies want to have a fun time at Rome Bike Fest, there's really only one thing that you have to do, and that's be there. But if you like to over-prepare like me, stay tuned for my list of 8 tips.
Rome Bike Fest is the largest women's mountain bike festival out there, and I am so stoked for it this fall in Sedona. Today I'm going to share with you 8 tips to help you have an awesome time at Rome Bike Fest. Tip number 1 is to start practicing now. Sedona is one of the best places to come to start honing your technical riding skills. There are no skills clinics at the festival weekend, but don't worry, there is going to be tons and tons of trail riding. And just by being here and by riding the trails, you're going to have the opportunity to see your skills progress over the weekend. And don't wait until you get here to start practicing. Just find a curb, start practicing some standard front wheel lifts, some rear wheel lifts, and maybe even some pedal wheelies. If you start practicing these and some other mountain bike skills, you will be ahead of the game by the time you get to Sedona. Tip number 2 is to ease into it. Because the riding is so technical here, give yourself time to do a little bit of warm-up riding before you jump into the expert stuff. The festival is 3 days long. That is time to do a ton of riding, and we want you to be able to enjoy the whole weekend injury-free. Tip number 3, sometimes walking is part of riding. 99% of the people who come here to ride are going to end up walking certain sections of trail. It's just part of the Sedona experience. So if you find yourself walking your bike from time to time to get through some tricky sections, don't let it get you down, and remember that it's just part of being here. Do challenge yourself, maybe session some things with friends, but know your limits, stay within them, and remember that sometimes walking is just part of riding. Tip number 4 is to give yourself plenty of time when you head out to ride. Sedona miles are slow miles. There's a lot of technical up and down, so your average miles per hour is a little on the low side here. If you're looking at the clock and you feel like you've got time for a 10-mile loop, it's probably a better idea to shoot for about a 6-mile loop in that amount of time. That's about what Sedona miles feel like. And hello, you're in Sedona, so make sure that you also give yourself a little bit of extra time to enjoy the views, take some pictures, and maybe session some fun technical sections with friends. Give yourself plenty of time so that you don't miss your shuttle, you don't miss the workshop you signed up for, and you don't miss happy hour. Tip number 5 is to watch out for pokey things. We have lots of cacti and thorny bushes here, so don't touch this, or this. And bring tweezers just in case. I wish I was joking, but I carry them around in my pack, and I use them. Tip number 6 is to be prepared for punctures. Sedona trails can really take it out on your tires. A tubeless setup is essential for riding here. But even running tubeless, some of us are still going to get punctures during the festival weekend. So it's important that every time you head out to ride, you've got everything you need to fix a flat. Carry a pump or CO2 cartridges, plugs, aka bacon strips, a small bottle of your favorite sealant, a valve core removal tool, and in case all this fails, bring some tire levers and an inner tube as well. Tip number 7 is to wear protective gear. Now I know you're all going to show up with your helmets, but I also thought it was worth mentioning that knee pads are a good idea here. If you're in the market for knee pads, I recommend the IXS Flow Evo Plus or the G-Form Pro X. These 2 knee pads make the top of my list because they offer you protection while still being comfortable to pedal in. Tip number 8, mind your manners. The trails are busy out here with mountain bikers as well as hikers, so make sure that you brush up on your trail etiquette. Here's a quick refresher. Yield to hikers, they always have the right of way. If you need to pass a group of hikers from behind, announce yourself courteously and be patient until they can find a safe place to allow you to pass. Don't stop in the middle of the trail. If you need to stop, pull off to the side. If you're with a group, try to have everyone pull off to the same side of the trail whenever possible. If you encounter other riders coming the opposite direction, remember that the uphill riders always have the right of way. And because the trails in Sedona are so busy, a bike bell like the Timber Bell is a good idea. And the hikers always appreciate the friendly alert of your presence. If you have any other bike etiquette reminders, please post them in the comments below. If you haven't already signed up for Rome Bike Fest West, make sure that you go to the link in the description because this event always fills up. Make sure that you don't miss the trail preview videos I'll be doing for the festival. Those are coming up next. Make sure that you like and subscribe. Thanks so much for watching. See you in Sedona, ladies. Get dusty.